Hey everybody, welcome back to When Harry Met Board Games, where we feed our people with relatable content, and our victory condition is your satisfaction. I'm Harry, and today we'll have another playthrough. Today I'll be playing through this game right here, Valley of the Kings. This is published by AEG Games, and its designer is Tom Cleaver. Today in particular, I will be playing a solo variant, and it's an official solo variant found on the AEG website. And there are two variants. One is a very solitaire-like variant, and the other one is with a dummy or an AI opponent, which is the one that I'll be demonstrating for you all today. So first of all, the setup looks very much like a regular game of Valley of the Kings. We don't have your typical trade rows that you see in your average, everyday deck building game. Instead, you have this trade row that looks like a pyramid, and the bottom row of this pyramid has 3 cards, and those are the cards that are always available for purchase. There are ways of acquiring the cards on the upper hand with different special card powers and so on and so forth. And as cards are purchased, the pyramid will crumble, and some of the cards on the upper levels will go down to the bottom level and be available for purchase. Players start with a weak deck of Age 1 cards, which consist of 1 offering table, 2 boxes of food, 3 urns, and 4 shaptees. You shuffle the main deck, which consists of, you separate the Age 2 cards and the Age 3 cards, shuffle them together, shuffle them apart, place the Age 3 cards on the bottom, shuffle the Age 2 cards, and place them on top, and then that creates your deck. Also, for this solo variant, you're going to take the remaining starter cards, because this is a 2 to 4 player game typically, so you're going to take the other 3 sets of starter cards, you're going to shuffle them together, and basically, this will determine what action the dummy player will take on its turn. Each player gets one of these tombs, because this is one of those games where it's technically deck deconstruction, because as you're acquiring cards that are more valuable and will help you get better cards, you're also trying to entomb them or bury them into your tomb, because that's how you're going to score points. If the cards remain in your deck, they will not be valuable for you at the end of the game. They will not score towards your end game goal. So let's shuffle our starting cards and let's show how this game works. So first, it starts with the human player's turn. You draw a hand of 5 cards. And in Valley of the Kings, the cards can be used for one of 3 things. You can either A, use them for their money amount, which is indicated on the upper left-hand corner, this symbol here in the scarab, the golden scarab. Each of these are worth 1 coin. You can use them for their power. Each card has some text that has some special ability that differentiates it from other cards. And the third thing you could do with a card is you can entomb it, which again is how you score points. Now, you only get 1 free entombment per turn. However, the game and the cards come with other ways, other special abilities that allow you to entomb additional cards on a given turn. So that's all part of the strategy. Also, for scoring, these starter cards, they're only going to score you 1 victory point. However, the color-coded cards are going to score you exponentially. You're going to take the number of sets, and some of these sets are larger than others. For example, here, the yellow set here of amulets goes up to 5. There's 5 unique cards in this set. And what you're going to do is, for every color, every unique card you have of that color set, you're going to multiply it by itself. So if you have 3 of yellow, you're going to multiply 3 times 3, and that's how many victory points that set will give you, 9 points. And whoever has the most points wins the game. Now, for this particular variant, any duplicates in your tomb, for the human player's tomb, will actually count against you. So you do not want to entomb duplicates or copies of a card you've already entombed. All right, so let's start and show you my turn. I do have 5 money, which I could use to purchase this Tayet amulet right here, which gives me 2 coins and an interesting power here. I get to repeat an action that I've already executed this turn. I think I am going to start with that. I'm going to use all 5 gold to purchase this Tayet amulet, and it is now mine. This will go into my discard pile. And now, because this card has been removed from the bottom of the pyramid, at the end of the turn, the pyramid crumbles. And if for any reason the pyramid goes untouched, you didn't purchase or acquire any card on your turn, you are forced to destroy a card from the pyramid. So the pyramid will always change. Now we will replace the topmost level here with a new card. There we go. And now we're going to flip this card right here from this shuffled AI deck, and this will determine what the AI player will do. And we drew here the box of food. And according to the solo variant here, whenever you draw the box of food, you're going to look for the most expensive card that matches the color of the card that is on the top of the pyramid, which happens to be this Book of Gates here, the green color. Well, guess what? There are no other green colored cards, so you're going to take this one, is clearly the most expensive one, it's the only one, and you're going to entomb it. You're going to slide it underneath the tomb. You could do it like this in order that you can read the name of the card in particular and know that you have not entombed the duplicate, right? So there is that. So again, we replace the topmost level right there. And now the human player will take the next turn. That would be me. Again, I have 5 coins. The question is, do I want to get this? The purple, by the way, is actually is different from the other colors. All the different colors are treated as sets. The purples are treated as unique cards, and they give you a particular amount of victory points that's indicated on the bottom. So it doesn't matter how many purple cards you acquire. It does not exponentially grow or incrementally grow how much they score for you. It's just a fixed number amount that you find at the bottom. So this mummified cat will give me 2 victory points if I entomb it. It'll give me 2 coins in the meantime, and I have this ability that when an opponent sacrifices a card, I can immediately discard a mummified card, which this power is only relevant really in a multiplayer game. So I am considering doing something else. I think first and foremost, I'm going to take this offering table here and I'm going to entomb it. So that's my 1 free entombment of the turn. I could also take this card right here, play it for its power, and I could put the top card of my discard pile on top of my deck. So I'm going to put this Tayet Amulet on top of my deck and assure myself that I'll have this card available for the next turn. And then finally, I have 3 coins left, because again, you could only do one of the 3 things. I've demonstrated each of those. 1 entombment, 1 card used for its text effect, and now finally, cards used for their money. I'm going to use these 3 coins to acquire this outer sarcophagus right here. And now I get to choose how this pyramid crumbles. And I'm actually going to choose because it's the middle one that's available, right? With the outer ones, there is no choice, but with the center one, there's a choice. I'm going to choose this Weris Amulet, hopefully so that it could be available for my next turn. This crumbles down here, and we replace the top card of the pyramid right there. Now, again, we're going to reveal this card to find out what the dummy player will do with their turn. And we have the offering table. And the way the offering table works is you look for the most expensive set, the most expensive card that matches the set that the player already has the most developed in their tomb, right? So some of these dummy rules, these solo rules are a little bit, I guess, complex. There's a lot of, ideas and to memorize. So they're not very much streamlined in that sense. It's best to probably have a little note or a card on the side that kind of reminds you what they do. So yeah, so again, for the offering table, you're going to look for the most expensive card that matches the color of the set in the dummy player's tomb that is most developed. This is very early on the game. The green set is the only one they have. Well, guess what? Now, there is only 1 card here, and it's the Book of Gates, which they already have in their tomb, which the rules say that if they already have this card in their tomb, you go for the next most developed set. And there is no next most. So I'm going to break the tie here to the most valuable card available, which is the Weris Amulet, because the potential for this card is not too bad because this has a set of 5. So you collect all 5, 5 times 5 will give you 25 points. So the dummy player will get that. So that came back to haunt me as far as what card they got. And now I'm not going to be able to get the Weris Amulet right now. So we're just going to crumble this down right here. We're going to slide this over here. And we're going to replace that over there. And now it's the human's player's turn. I'm going to have to shuffle. I've already got 1 card for my next hand. I've got to add another 4. All right, here's my hand of 5. And first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to entomb one of these cards. I'm going to entomb this urn. And now, let's see if I want to do anything here. I'm actually going to put a card from my hand on top of an opponent's draw deck. So, I don't know. There are some cards that are nullified, you know, if you're playing a solo game according to the actual official variant. And this Outer Sarcophagus might be one of them. So, actually, I'm gonna ignore that power right there. Instead, I'll just use it for its money. Let's see here. So I'll just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money, and I'll get the Mummified Cat with that money. This Book of Gates will slide down, slide everything else down, replace it. And now the dummy player's action. We've got the Shop T, and the way the Shop T works, and this is the most common card, by the way, is that they're going to get the cheapest card that matches the color of the card on the lower right. And again, here we have a case where the color is green, and they already have the Book of Gates, and it's the only card that's available. So instead, we're going to go to the opposite side, and we're going to get them the card on the lower left right here and add that to their tomb. So as you can see, the dummy player is doing really, really good. They pretty much get automatic entombment every turn, and that can be very frustrating. So you need to plan and strategize accordingly. All right, so here's my hand of 5 cards. I've got 5 coins once again. I'm going to get this Book of Gates because the green set of cards is the second most valuable. It goes up to 6. So potentially 6 times 6 equals 36 points for me. So if I get that card, I have a really good chance of catching up. So there we go. All right. Now it's the dummy player's turn again, and they've got the Shop T. And again, they're going to get the most expensive card, or I'm sorry, the cheapest card that matches the color of the card on the lower right. And this is the purple, and there is no other purple card. So they'll get this Censor here for another 2 victory points. So they are doing very well for themselves. All right, so here I go. And I cannot get this Outer Sarcophagus because I already have one. I also already have the Tyet Amulet. I mean, I could purchase these and use them for their power because, again, it only counts against me if I actually entomb duplicates. It doesn't matter if I own duplicates. But I'm really interested in getting this Book of the Earth before it goes away, before the dummy player potentially gets that. So I've got to see if there's anything in my hand that I could do. All right, so there is. So first of all, right here, I've got the Shop T, and I'm going to use it for its power. And the power that the Shop T gives me as the human player is I get to swap any 2 cards in the pyramid, or I get to sacrifice a card in the pyramid. I'm going to swap these 2 cards. As a matter of fact, yes, I'm going to swap these 2 cards right here. And now the Book of the Earth is on the lower level, which means it's available for purchase. And I've got exactly 5 coins left, which is how much the Book of the Earth costs. So I will purchase it. And we're done with that. We'll slide this down right here, replace this, and find out what the dummy player's action will be this turn. And now we've got, yet again, another box of food. So again, we're looking for the most expensive card that matches the color on the top. And the color on top is blue. It's the only blue card in the pyramid. So they will acquire this, the Statue of Anubis. And this card is the blue, which is actually the most valuable set because it goes up to 7 unique different cards. So 7 times 7 is 49 points. So potentially the player could score 49 points if they complete that set. And we'll replace this here on top. All right, back to my turn. I will draw my hand of 5. Let's see what I could do. I've got some good cards here. I think... I'm going to play this card to reveal the top card of my deck, and I get to execute its action if it's possible. And it's the Urn, which allows me to put the top card of my discard pile on top of my deck, which is this Shop T, which I will do. Okay. And then I have 5 money left. Do I want to do that? You know what? I'm actually going to use this Shop T right here. And I'm going to use that Shop T to switch these 2 cards for one another. So now the middle sarcophagus is available to me at a cost of 4. I have exactly 4 coins left over, which I will use to purchase the middle sarcophagus. So I'm doing good with the sarcophagi. And now I have to slide one down. And again, I'm going to slide down the Weris Amulet because I really want it. And it's safer now because now they have their own copy of the Weris Amulet. So there we go. Now we reveal the top card, see what the dummy player will do. We have another Shopti. So again, we're looking for the cheapest card that matches the color of the card on the lower right. And this is the yellow. So here what happens is, this is the cheapest card, the Weris Amulet. So they already have the Weris Amulet. So we'll just go for the next cheapest card, which is the Tayet Amulet. Right there. Okay. And then we'll slide this over down here. The dummy player is doing pretty good for itself. I am not doing as well, so I've got to start picking it up. This game does have a pretty good engine of cards that allow you to entomb, so you would be surprised how much it could pick up later on in the game. All right, so here we go. I've got all of this. What do I want to get? Well, I definitely want this Weris Amulet, like I mentioned earlier. I wouldn't mind this Statue of Sobek, though, because, again, the blue set is very, very valuable. So, you know what? I'm actually going to swap. I'm going to use this Shopti to swap right here. And I am going to, let's see. I am going to purchase the Statue of Sobek right here for 5. Let's see, is there anything else I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to purchase the Statue of Sobek for 5. And I am going to, I'm actually going to entomb. I'm going to use this 5 coins. I'm going to entomb this mummified cat with my free entombment of the turn. And we are done. Okay. Now we will continue with the dummy player, the Box of Food, which again allows him to get the most expensive card of the same card as the card on the top, which is the yellow. And the most expensive card is the Weris Amulet. And you know what? I think I've been doing it wrong. I think it's only for the offering table that you move on to another card. I think that you cannot get a duplicate. I think I'm gonna get the duplicate of this for the dummy player. Because the duplicates only count against the human player, not against the dummy player. As a matter of fact, getting duplicates for the dummy player is advantageous because it assures them that I will not be able to acquire those cards. So from a difficulty perspective, there's that. So we'll just slide this one right here and replace this here, and now it's my turn. So I apologize for that. There's an asterisk if I happen to win this game. All right, so here we go. Okay, so now I've got a good amount of coin. I don't have any of these jars, this brown set of cards. I don't have the Wadi Amulet. I might be interested in it. Or do I want these jars? Well, first of all, I'm going to do 1 free entombment right there. I have no Shopti, so I wouldn't be able to get the Wadi Amulet anyways. So I could sacrifice a card and entomb a card from my hand. But then I wouldn't have enough coins to get any cards, and I do want a card. So you know what? I'm sorry. I am going to use my money here. First of all, I'm going to reveal the top card. I'm going to use this card again. Reveal the top card of my deck and execute its action. And it's a Shopti, so I do get to switch cards if I want to. And I'll switch this for the Wadi Amulet. And now I have 3 left. And with those 3, well, I have 4 coins left, which is more than enough to afford the Wadi Amulet. And I'm done. And I'm going to slide this one here so I can have both of these available for me. And now what will the dummy player do? They will play their Urn card. And with the Urn, they look for the cheapest card that matches the same color as the left, which is this outer sarcophagus, which they will add to their tomb. So as you can see, the points for the dummy player are piling up. But at the end of the day, they need those powerful sets in order to win. So let's see what I can do. All right, so here we go. I've got a potential of 6 coins. I really I'm going to get this card here because there's still 2 of these available. So one of them will be available at least for the next turn. So that's 4 coins I need to cough up. Ooh, but look at this. The blues are here. So which one did I get? Oh, that's the challenge when you forget which card you got. Did I get the Statue of Sobek? I definitely did not get the Statue of Bastet. I'm pretty confident that that's not one I got. I might have gotten the Statue of Sobek already. So I'm going to try to get 4 coins for that one. So let's see. 4 coins. First of all, I'm going to do an entombment. I'm going to entomb this card right here. Second of all, I'm going to use this card for its action so I could swap these 2 cards right here. And now I have exactly 4 coins left, which I will use to purchase this Statue of Bastet. All right, we slide this down right here. And now let's see what the dummy player will do. The offering table. So this is the most dangerous one yet. They're going to go for the most expensive card that matches the color of the set that's most developed. And in this case, their most developed set is a yellow. However, there is no yellow. So we'll look for the most developed set. And it's the green and the blue, but we're going to break the tie towards the more powerful of the 2, which is the blue. So we're going to grab this Statue of Sobek for them. And I really hope that I got the Statue of Sobek. All right, and we will replace this right here. All right, let us see. Now it is my turn. Let me draw a hand of 5 cards. I've got tons of money if I want to. Ooh, I did have the Statue of Sobek, folks. I was right. So let me see if I could start entombing some valuable cards because we're getting to the nitty-gritty of this. So I think I'm going to entomb. What do I want? Ooh, I really want the blue. I want the statue. No, I already got the Statue of Bastet. I got to get this, the Book of Traversing Eternity. So I'm going to use the Shabti card for its power. I'm going to switch 2 of its 2 cards right there. And then with 4 coins, I'm going to use 4 coins. Yeah, I'm going to use these 4 coins to buy the Book of Traversing Eternity. And with my free entombment, I'm going to entomb this Tayet amulet right there. All right. Here we go. We slide this down right there. Let's see what the dummy player is going to do. They're going to play the Shabti. So again, you're looking for the cheapest card that matches the color of the card on the lower right. And this happens to be that cheapest card. So they will entomb that one. And we'll slide this here. Back to my turn. Draw my hand of 5 cards. And right now, all 3 of these are cards I already have. So I might start looking into these jars. I do not have these jars, and they could be very helpful for me. So let's see what I have here. Ooh, I could swap a card in my hand with a card in my tomb. That is not bad. I think I might do that. I'm going to play this Wadi Amulet to swap a card from my tomb with a card in my hand. So I'm going to take this, put this back in my hand, and I will entomb this pink card here. And now I still have 4 coins left, which I will use to buy Keben Senuef Canopic Jar. Alrighty. And then which one will I choose to slide down? I'm going to choose this one here. Alrighty. And now we will flip this, and we have the urn. And the urn, you get the cheapest card that matches the color on the lower left. And this is the cheapest card that matches that color, the pink color. So that was pretty easy. And then we replace this. All right, so now it's my turn again here. I've got all of these. Let's see what entombments I might want to make. You know what? With my free entombment, I'm going to entomb this Book of Gates. It's not really that valuable to me. It's virtually a starting card. And you know what? It's going to start my set of green cards there. So let's see what I want to get. Ooh, the Statue of Anubis. I don't have that yet. So I'm going to play this Shabti here to switch 2 cards. And I'll switch these 2 cards. And then I just need 3. I just need 3. Oh, you know what? I am not going to swap those 2. I'm going to swap these 2. I don't believe I have the Book of the Earth. Do I have the Book of the Earth? I don't think so. Sacrifice, take a card would cost up to twice. No, I'm pretty sure I don't have the Book of the Earth, folks. I'm going to buy the Book of the Earth for... Ooh, I don't have enough money, though, if I do that. Nah, I can't do that. Sorry, guys. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to buy another one of these. Again, I can't score duplicates, but it doesn't hurt having them, especially because it keeps it out of the hands of the opponent. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 4 coins to buy this Statue of Bastet. Keep it out of the enemy's hands. And now I could use this Book of Traversing Eternity for its power. And what it does for me is, if you bought a card this turn, you take another card, and when it says take, that means you grab it, doesn't matter what part of the pyramid it's on, with a lower cost. So I just bought the Book of Bastet that cost 4. So I could take any card that costs 3 or less. So I'm going to get this Duamutef Canopic Jar, which I don't have yet. And I already started collecting these Canopic Jars. So that was a pretty good turn where I entombed the card and also acquired 2 cards from the pyramid in one shot. All right, so here we go. Ooh, this Age 3 card came out. So now the Age 3 cards are starting to come out. That lets you know that you're about halfway done with the game. And the more valuable cards are starting to come out. So you really want to think and plan towards entombing those cards for your own sake. So the dummy player here draws this Shabti here, which again, we're looking for the card that matches, the cheapest card that matches the color of the lower right, which would be this one right here, this Wadi Amulet. So that adds to their amulet set collection. We replace that there. And now the dummy player will go once again. So let me shuffle this here. Get some 5 cards going for me. And let's see what we want to entomb. All right, so I think that I'm going to entomb this Statue of Bastet and start collecting my blue cards. So that's a free entombment right there. And now, whew, 6. Do I want to do that? You know what? Yeah, I got... You know what? I'm going to take that back, folks. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to play my Shabti here to switch this Book of the Netherworld with this Statue of Anubis and try to get this Book of the Netherworld, or I will get this Book of the Netherworld with my 7 remaining coins. This is a very valuable card, and I do not want to pass it up. All right, so there we go. And now the dummy player will go, and they've got their Shabti, so they'll get the card of the lowest cost that matches the card in the lower right-hand corner. So that happens to be the very same card. And there you go. We slide this down and we replace this. And this is basically the way the game would go, and we continue going until the deck completely runs out and the pyramid is completely empty. So until every single card in the deck is exhausted, you continue to play. And after that, you will go through your tomb and you will score points. Again, every starter card will score you exactly 1 point each. All the unique cards, that is the purple bordered cards, they will score you a specific amount of victory points. I believe it ranges anywhere from like 2 to 6 victory points, depending on the card. And then finally, you're going to score for the sets. And you have 5 different sets. You have the set of pink, which will score you at most 9 points. You have the set of brown, which will score you at most 16 points. You have the set of yellow, which will score you at most 25 points. You have the set of green, which will score you at most 36 points. And then finally, you have the set of blue cards, which will score you at most 49 points. So all depending on how much you score will determine who wins the game. The dummy player gets off to a good start, but if the human player makes the right choices and gets a little bit of lucky breaks here and there, they have a good chance of making a comeback. And you could adjust and modify the difficulty level by starting the dummy player with a certain amount of cards entombed to begin with, just in case playing it straight up is not enough of a challenge for you. So that's it for today's playthrough of Valley of the Kings with the solo variant. You could check that out on the AEG's official website. Thank you so much for joining us here When Harry Met Board Games. I'm Harry saying take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun gaming. Bye-bye.